Well, greetings, shower door people. Welcome to another Wednesday evening live stream with the shower door professionals here in Zoom, streaming live on Facebook and all points on the interwebs. Hope that you are having an awesome week so far. We're about halfway through it. So it's time to pause, take a deep breath, meet up with some shower door people, talk about shower door stuff because that's what we do. We meet every week. We talk about business. We talk about safety. We talk about marketing. We talk about everything there is to talk about when it comes to the shower door industry, and then some stuff that has nothing to do with it too. So that's kind of fun sometimes. But anyway, we've got a great show for you tonight. I'm so excited about this. It's going to be fantastic. But before we move on to that, I do want to say hi to our president, an all-round wonderful person, Christina. What's going on, Christina? Anything to talk about out there?
There's so much to talk about. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's 8:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, so thanks to all the East Coasters for joining. We can thank Chris for that. Just kidding. Okay, so I have some co-op updates for you all. We do have some new members this week, which are really exciting. Bill Dobman is a member of the co-op. We have Brandon Nicastro, GCS Glass, a member of the co-op now. We have Mike Mazelon, Mike Merlina, um, Greg Stowell, Shannon McKinney, David Conendike. We have like so many people in this co-op now. I'm like, it's just such a great group. I'm very excited and I'm very pumped that we have all the support that we have from you all. And we are just going to hit the ground running this year. So, that being said, now that Chris has kind of shifted from a role as a business owner, he's now going to be an advisor to the co-op. And this is just a formality and everything. So he'll be the executive director of the co-op. So he's going to execute directions and directives for
That's
us.
yeah.
But that means we need a VP. So we just voted in Mike Merlina as our new vice president of the Shower Door Professionals Cooperative. So congratulations, Mike. We are so thrilled to have you and so thankful for your support and your, willingness to help us out. So round of applause to Mike Merlina. Woohoo!
Mike.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of quick things. The co-op, if you are in the co-op, we've moved to a chat group. You should have received an email about that. It organizes everything very nicely so you all can see what's going on. You can take part in as much or as little as you'd like with each committee that's going on. And it's just a really nice way to organize all of the things we have going on. If you don't know what the co-op is or have no idea what I'm talking about, please reach out. I'm happy to explain or go to showerdoorprofessionals.com. We are also really thrilled to be able to welcome some guests today. I don't want to steal your thunder, Chris, but
No, go for it. You're doing
very
great.
thanks. We're very pleased to have Trulite as a sponsor of today's call. Trulite will be showing TruShowers. And Chris, I think you have a formal introduction, so I'm gonna actually allow you to do that. You have everyone's titles and everything, so go for it.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are definitely excited to have Britney Perkins with us and Jason Keister. They're from Trulite, and they're going to be talking about a powerful tool that they have, some software that's called TruShowers. And this is all really new to me. And I was telling Brittany before the call started that I'm excited to hear about it. This is something that, who knows, maybe I can use in my new role as a consultant. I mean, it's good to know about different kinds of software and different tools that are out there to help people in the industry. So, without further ado, I do want to introduce Jason, who's going to be telling us more about their product, and I think we're going to get a little demonstration. So first of all, Jason, why don't you tell us a little bit just about Trulite and how TruShowers fits into that.
Yeah, no problem. So Trulite's a large glass company. We have 44 locations across the company. About 20 of those produce shower doors daily. And I'm the senior program manager for Envision, which is what we call our heavy glass products are under an Envision brand name. Shower doors is one part of it. We also do like all glass entrances. We do handrails, canopies, and point supported systems as well. So we do a lot of different heavy glass work. I've been with Trulite for about 9 years total, and I've been in the glass industry 13 years. So Trulite's been around since 2002. It's a conglomeration of companies that were bought by capital investment firms and put together and has grown. Our most recent acquisition was AIG Glass out on the East Coast. And so we added 7 more branches to our family last year in a merger. And so it's an exciting time for Trulite. We've been growing. We're really excited to be on this call. Britney is she's the lead developer on TruShowers. She's the one that created and designed the whole program. And then we got a group of developers to work with her. And so I'm going to turn it over to her, and she's going to give us a demo and talk more about the program itself.
Awesome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to show you the software. So let me share my screen. So I have logged in to our sandbox portal. For those of you that are already customers of Trulite, you'll probably be incredibly familiar with this dashboard landing page. It is our customer portal, TruAccess. TruShowers is an application subset inside of TruAccess. So if you go under main navigation and you scroll all the way down, you'll see a TruShowers button. And once you click into that, it'll take you into your job database. With the job database, it's going to give you just basic information in regards to the showers that have already been completed, both inside of our facilities and you at home. We're going to start just get into it by clicking the add button in the top right-hand corner. And it's going to bring us into a tabbed configuration system. The program works ideally starting from tab 1 and taking you all the way in through the homeowner proposal on tab 7. We'll start out with our templates. So you do have the ability to choose the design, choose the angle, and then if you purchase from multiple Trulite locations, you actually can select your branch from the plant locator. You have the ability to customize these templates once you're inside of the configurator, and I'm just going to select a generic one right now. After you've made your selection on the previous tab, it automatically prompts you to the next one. Tab 2 is going to be all your glass types and thicknesses. This is specific to the branch that you selected on tab 1. We never want to quote you something that's not going to be available at that location. And across all locations, we do offer many different types of specialty glass. So we want to make sure you have that full list, as well as various glass thicknesses. For surface protection, you do have the option to choose EnduroShield on a single surface or EnduroShield on both surfaces of the glass, and also insert a quantity. Down in the default settings, you have the ability to uncheck the auto add hardware. This system works on a packaged system, so we automatically apply hardware from a suite, and it automatically puts them in standard locations and allows you to kind of breeze through the shower door configuration process. You also have the ability to do exact glass sizes by unchecking the auto apply clearances and adjustments box. This, if you leave it checked, it's going to auto apply standard deductions from the glass industry, hardware manufacturer specifications, and then any custom deducts that you may override in the configurator. We also have the ability to do a glass only order option. You'll still build the shower with the hardware just for reference, so we know what fabrication to apply to the shower. But in the end, your quote's going to leave off all of the hardware. And then, of course, our exterior dimensions option. Program defaults to centerline, but you do have that option for exterior. Once you've confirmed all of your settings, you can hit the next button and it's going to prompt you into the hardware packages. As I mentioned before, we work on a suite system, a package system. Each one's been carefully curated. Most of them are going to be vendor-specific packages. As you can see, I've got some Portals packages here up on top and some C.R. Lawrence ones listed down at the bottom. You have the ability to search by style, search by vendor, and also just use keywords. As you can see, this specific account also has a default package. So if you use the same exact hardware 90% of the time, I can either use one of those standard packages and apply it to your account, or we can set up a custom one just for your location. And that can automatically be populated. If you want to go with it, you just hit yes. If you're using a different package that day, you just hit no and proceed to search. I'm going to search for a C.R. Lawrence package. So I've got my Colonia, and I'm going to hit cologne with clamps and 3/8 vinyl. Once I select, it's going to auto pop me into the next tab, which is our configurator. Configurator allows you to enter your dimensions simply by using a tab system. So hitting the dimension tab. We are compatible with both fractions and decimals. So whatever your preference is, you're able to use both. Outages can be applied by selecting the overall in which you'd like to add the outage, hitting the dropdown, and selecting which type of outage from the dropdown. On our vertical edges, you are going to have some additional options. Rather than just a rise and a fall, you'll have top leaning left, top leaning right, elbow outages, dogleg outages, etc. Once you type in your outage dimension, you'll hit the OK button, and it's going to indicate that you have an outage by a red asterisk. And then down at the bottom, you can see your exaggerated drawings of that panel and flip between panel to panel just by selecting which one you want to see. You have the ability also for exaggerated drawings or to scale drawings. And you can pull a quick preview of the install sheet directly from the program. Moving hardware is super, super easy. Just right click on the piece of hardware that you'd like to move, hit the hinge editor in this case, and then I can adjust whichever hinge I need to the proper dimension and hit save. For clamps, if I right click and adjust my clamps, I can move from edge to edge, adjust one time and hit save, and it'll make all adjustments to all edges at the same time. Adjusting junctions is very simple. You may have selected a 180-degree shower, but now you need to change it to a 90-degree configuration or a 135-degree configuration. Just select the junction, pick the junction type, and then you can change your intersections. It will adjust, and it'll make sure that we're following NGA guidelines as well. So there will be no miter on that door, and the miter can only be found on that side panel. Adding head support is super simple. Just check the head support box, hit the drop down, and you can select which type of head support. Because we work on a package system, all of the head supports are included inside of those packages, and it will select the correct hardware based on whichever head support it is that you've selected and mark whether it's to the ceiling or not. Head slope is also easy to fix. I'm going to change that dimension to 71. I do have a 1-inch rise and I have an unresolved head slope. Our head slope button has become available, so I'll just click on that. I can apply evenly or manually add the outage so that I can dictate which panel gets what size outage. If I right click on my door, I can insert a panel before, after, a gap or a wall at any junction. I can add for my door angled corners and radius corners to all 4 corners of the glass. I can move it if I happen to place it in the wrong place. Adding a fixed transom, operable transom, and gap transom from the right click of a button. I can switch the hinge side. And when I switch that hinge side, it's going to adjust those hinges to the proper glass-to-glass configuration. I have the ability to add additional cutouts for rope tile or any type of movement that we need in the glass itself. We can edit the panel and change the thickness or glass type of a single panel, as well as override any of those gaps by checking the box, adjusting that gap, and hitting save. For splash panel configurations, you can remove the left or right wall condition simply by unchecking.
Brittany, we had a question in the chat about
Awesome.
The question was, can you load in hardware from any supplier?
At this moment in time, we currently have any vendor that we can purchase from is available in TruShowers, and you will be able to mix and match hardware. We do have several locations that mix and match hardware just based on availability. I think all of us learned during the supply chain crisis how important it is to be flexible with that. And so we do have some facilities that will use Portal's hinges, but they'll use C.R. Lawrence channel, and that's what they currently have in stock. So you can mix and match those items. Right now at this moment, we are compatible with US Horizon, C.R. Lawrence, FHC, and Portals.
Good answer. Good answer.
Stunning. Another cool little tidbit that I like to show. Some people really get a good kick out of it, but this, of course, functions. And you can zoom in, make it full screen, reset it, zoom in and see the junction itself, but you can generate a little animation. So it'll take a little screen video of the three-dimensional image, and you can download an animation to send to your homeowner.
Nice.
After you've made all of your selections on your door panel, you can then move over to your glass panel. Again, right-clicking, I can insert that panel before, after, gap, or a wall. I can add angled corners, all four corners, radius corners, all four corners, notches, all four corners, and double notches to all four corners. I can also add buttresses or knee walls, add a gap transom above a panel, and again, those same notches and edit panel features. Want to start from scratch? No problem. You can right click here in no man's land and just clear the designer and start from scratch. Want to change the thickness of the entire shower? Just hit the drop down and select the thickness. Just be aware that some of that hardware that you picked in the hardware package is going to be thickness specific. So when you might get an error. When you hover over the error, it's going to highlight the affected item or the affected panel. And if you hover over the little eye, it'll actually tell you what item code it is that's inside of the package that's not compatible. Same thing goes for weights and width maximums and minimums for hardware specified parameters by the manufacturer. So I'm currently using some heavy duty hinges, but heavy duty can only go up to 36 inches in width. So I'm going to put a 39-inch door in really quickly. And as you can see now, I'm getting a lot more errors. I hover over the door exceeds the maximum weight, and it's going to highlight that affected panel. Hover over the X, and it's going to tell me what my minimum and maximum weight is. And then, of course, over here on my maximum width, it's going to give me an error and let me know this is the minimum and maximum width for 2 hinges and for 3 hinges. Gives me a couple of options. Yes,
Can I ask you a question about that real quick?
Absolutely.
So, you know, I know with other design software, if you have this kind of an error, it'll stop you from saving your shower. So you can't like work around, you know. Sometimes a hinge is rated for a certain width of a door, and you want to do a door that's a 1/2 inch wider. And like, you know, those hinges are going to support a wider door, you know, a little bit. What does this software allow you to still save your shower or not?
If I remember correctly, it does allow you to save, but it may keep you from being able to download those documents. We heat on the side of safety. So every single error that we have in here is going to be based off of what the hardware is specified to be able to withstand and has been tested for, as well as the National Glass Association guidelines for shower door enclosures and heavy tempered glass. So if I go in here and I try to do a door at 109 inches in height, it's going to let me know that maximum door height is 108 inches because the National Glass Association states that free swinging glass, especially in 3/8, shouldn't be over 84 or 108 inches.
Got it. Thank you.
Of course. If it's printed, it'll be applicable in the actual program.
And the errors are actually driven by the actual glass size, not what's typed in on the configurator there. So if you type in 39 and your door is actually going to be
38
and 5/8, you
Right.
do have some extra room there to make it a little bit bigger.
Absolutely.
And these are based on the NGA guidelines.
Correct.
Excellent.
And hardware manufacturer specifications.
Right.
Once I've built my configuration, oh, I forgot a feature. I'm so sorry. So for those of you that work in hospitality projects, occasionally you'll have different rooms, have different shower configurations. You actually can rename these. So if this is a hotel room, I can literally put like room 203 door, and it'll follow all the way through.
Okay.
Once you're comfortable with your design, you can hit the next button and it's going to bring you into the hardware options. This is where you're going to select your finishes and you can make any adjustments. Hypothetically, you don't want that 8x8 standard C-pole that's inside of the package. You can delete the existing. One feature I like to show is if I hover over the items in the list, it is going to highlight which piece of hardware that I'm looking at and working with in yellow. And then down here, if I don't want to go through all of these and figure that out, I can literally click on the piece of hardware and it'll bring me to it inside of that list and highlight it in blue. If I want to replace this handle, I'm just going to hit that delete button and remove it. And then to add a new handle, I'm going to add part in the top left-hand corner. It's going to bring up our entire catalog. Every single piece of hardware that you can purchase from Trulite is going to be included in this list from various vendors. And this is where you're going to be able to mix and match that hardware. There are so many parts. So we do have a little filtering system over here. I'm specifically looking for a handle. So I'm going to select handle parts. And in this specific instance, I'm going to put in a towel bar combo. So I'm just going to type in combo and I'm going to select a portals Coda handle since I used Sierra Lawrence to kind of show you how the mixing of vendors works. So I'll select that 8x24 pull, quantity of 1, and hit the OK button. Now, because this is manually positioned, we don't want to assume where you want that handle. So we will have you edit and manually place that handle on the door. I'll select my panel, the edge. I can position it by aligning it to center or manually positioning. And I wanted to make sure you could place this handle anywhere that it was measured. So we can place manually from top to center of the handle, from bottom to center of handle, from top to top hole, top to bottom hole, bottom to top hole, or bottom to bottom hole. Doing an 8-inch pull, so I'll do 32 inches from bottom to bottom and use our default inset of 3 inches. That went ahead and placed my handle on my door. Hypothetically, I want that bar to be positioned below the pull. I can select the description and check the position bar below the pull. If this had been just a standard towel bar, I could have turned it into a vertical handle, or I could have centered the bar on the panel by going into the description as well. So I'll select it, hit save, and it'll flip that configuration. If I wanted to apply a different cutout to a piece of hardware. So BCU4s, it's very popular for people to want to use the BGC1s. You can actually, again, select the description of that item, scroll down to the bottom. There's alternate cutouts, and you can select that alternate cutout from the list. And then it'll give you a little override. We also have the ability to exclude from the package. So if you're providing your own hardware or you're providing your own singular piece of hardware, you have some in stock, but you need to purchase some of it from us, you can exclude those items you have in stock by checking the box. Still puts in the fabrication, but leaves off the actual cost of the hardware. Now, putting in all of our finishes, finishes are required in order to move forward, as hardware pricing is derived from the finishes. So you do have to put in finishes for vinyls. Right here is a finish selection dropdown. And the idea behind this is these are the finishes that are connected to the package that you picked. So I used a CRL package. So I have Sierra Lawrence finishes. So I'm going to scroll all the way down and find the clear. I like to do least popular to most. So I only have 2 items that need that clear finish, and it filled it in. If I'm using polished chrome, I would put in bright anno first if I was using headers or channels so that it fills in those items. And then it would fill in the rest with polished chrome. Now you'll see every single item except that portals item is going to have a finish applied to it. No problem, just hit that drop down in the item for portals, select that polished chrome, and you're good to go. Any questions?
Yes, we have 3 questions in the chat. Are you able to see that?
Give me 1 second. I've got multiple screens going, so I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row.
We can read them to you, Brittany. That might be easier for you so you can focus on demonstrating.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Mike Merlina asked, do you guys have a way for estimators on the road to measure and input into a system, or is this mainly used to input from the desktop only?
It is compatible with a tablet. I have used it personally on my iPad in Safari. Instead of right-clicking, go ahead and double tap, and it'll give you all of those options.
Nice.
So can I follow up on that? Is there like an offline version, or does the tablet need to be like online?
It does have to be online, unfortunately. It is connected to the internet because you have to be inside of our customer portal.
Yeah, that's the issue we've been bumping into a little bit because people's houses, if you're in like a basement or some, we've been kind of bumping into that a little bit more and more. So I've kind of brought that up a couple times, and I'm dying for somebody to come up with a solution to that. We've tried Starlink, we've tried you name it, we've tried it. We've tried bouncing like a Wi-Fi signal off the truck. We've had Starlink with Wi-Fi repeaters and stuff. We just can't seem to cover every base with that. Maintain
that internet connection.
And it's kind of unprofessional to ask the customer for their Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? The password. So we're still trying to solve that. That's why I was asking.
Oh no, it's a valid question. Unfortunately, yeah, it is a web-based program, so you would have to have a web connection.
Gotcha.
Mike, just a quick follow-up on that. Chris actually has a good method of asking a customer for their Wi-Fi, so you might touch base with him after this call. Thank you for those answers, Brittany. I have the next question. I said, piggybacking off of that, can field techs see the intended design when they're on site installing?
They can. So once a quote becomes an order, they'll have access to all of the documents directly from the job database. They'll just hit the actions button, and then it'll give you a list of all the documents that are available.
Perfect. Thank you. So they're not going in blind or anything.
Oh, no, for sure.
And then Brian asked, is the availability of hardware from different manufacturers a full catalog of what that particular company offers?
It is, as much as I've been able to put in. We are adding parts every single day as our users come across them. Our own employees utilize this exact same configurator for our in-house quotes. So anything that they're able to quote you, you're able to quote yourself in here. And I get requests every single day for new parts from the vendors that we have loaded in here. So we try to accommodate those requests and add them in. I maintain the catalog. So I'm literally getting the request, logging on to the manufacturer's website, pulling that template and making sure all of that product data is correct.
That sounds great. And do you have any pricing available in here for for hardware. I know price books can be hard to maintain and change all the time. So
Absolutely. That's a great segue into the next tab. Tab 6 is actually our shower package. And after you save, as long as there are no errors and the corresponding branch has all fabrication pricing for the items that you need, it will populate a package price with that hardware. So you can see that this one is, I've kind of got it inflated in here. I've got some fake pricing we were testing. So it looks like this, the shower costs $869.88. I can assure you that is not an accurate price for the market, but it does take that into consideration. So this is a package price, glass, hardware, fab, everything. And it includes your surcharge as well. The only thing that's not included in our package price from the program is sales tax if you are non-exempt.
What about glass pricing? Is the glass pricing all built in?
Yes, everything's built in. And we've got some new features that are going to be coming soon, including integration with our ERP system. So you'll be able to place orders directly from the job database.
So if I'm like a really great customer, I buy tons and tons of glass from you guys, and so I needed a lower price, and you guys decide to give me a lower price, that just automatically will happen in the system, right?
Yes. So as long as our branch is keeping up with the pricing on their end, everything will stay up to date.
Oh, I'll make sure they are.
It's maintained by every single one of the managers at the location. So they all have access. It's not something that only one person has to be able to change. And so if that person goes on vacation, it's a waiting game. It should be an instantaneous fix as soon as the branch puts it in.
Excellent.
Oh, go
ahead.
Sorry, I just had a quick question on the design. I saw that you had operable transom, fixed transom, and a gap transom. Are you able to do a double stack transom?
Coming soon.
Okay.
TruShowers is a living, breathing program. As the industry evolves, it evolves. We still have a few new features that we'd like to include in the program. Some things that are obviously included in other shower softwares in the market, and then some things that people haven't seen before that we've just dreamed up.
Okay, cool.
what about raked panels, the angled panels?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So outages, that mostly comes from your outages. It can come from adding angled corners. There's different just kind of circumstances in the configurator that'll create that that rake effect. And in the configurator, you'll actually see our employees can actually see the shape that it is attributed to in our optimization system.
Right. You were saying that you can add that to all four corners.
Yes, all four corners.
Yep.
You won't be able to add notches to your door. It's a bit of a safety hazard, but notches can be added to all four corners of these glass panels. Radius corners can be added and angled corners can be added to all four corners. More and more we're seeing these radius shower pans. And so that was becoming more and more of a need in the industry. 10 years ago when I first started, we would have to print out the documents, white out the edge, and draw it in with a pen. Yeah.
So can you do a rope notch on a door?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just right click on the door, add a manual C notch, that's for a circle notch.
Yeah.
And then you would put in your dimensions.
Very nice.
I've kind of only hit the high level items of this. If you guys want to schedule a more in-depth demonstration, we can definitely do that. That way we can kind of get into the nitty gritty of some of your scenarios. Just want to make sure that I kind of covered as much as I could that would be applicable to all markets. And then the final tab is going to be our homeowner proposal tab. We do have the ability for you guys to load in your material markup percentage and an hourly rate per crew member so that you can create your own proposals directly from our program. You can upload your logo. We removed all marketing material and branding from our own company off the documents that are produced in the what we refer to as our homeowner proposal or white label. So as you can see, I've got 100% markup currently set as the default for this fake customer. And so it doubled that shower price for my material markup. And then I can put my homeowner's information and then my hourly, my number of labor hours and my hourly and my number of crew members. So let's hypothetically say it's going to take 3 hours for 2 guys to install this. And then our settings also allow you to create add-ons. So you can hit add, and if you charge for silicone and you need a tube of silicone, you can literally itemize that out, hit calculate, and then it will give you that full package price for your homeowner. And after you save, you can actually pull off a quote with your logo on it and send it to your homeowner directly from their house. Personally, I know how, being a homeowner, I know how kind of it's a waiting game and you kind of get anxious waiting for that quote to come in. So to have it instantaneously has always been a plus.
Absolutely. That's huge.
Yeah.
And you can easily change the settings for the markup and all that on the fly. Brittany, you want to show them that settings button on the right?
Absolutely. So we've got this floating little setting button. And when you select that, you're going to be able to determine whether or not you want exaggerated drawings as your standard. We also have a auto save feature. So once you've saved, it's going to actually auto save every 15 minutes or every 5 minutes, however many minutes you put in there, as long as it's between 1 and 15. And if you happen to not save, it will prompt you to save before then logging you out and having you relog back in. One of my biggest pet peeves just as a user was I used to run an early morning shower will call. And I'm going to help the person in front of me who comes in and will call. So at 6 a.m., I run away from whichever program it is that I'm using. Coming back to my desk knowing that all the work that I just did absolutely gone. So we didn't want that. We wanted you guys to be able to maintain that work because you worked hard on it. So it does auto recover. And then here's that material markup percentage and hourly rate per crew member. You can adjust that on the fly. So if the shower is being done outside of your standard delivery zone and you are going to need to accommodate travel or hotel stay, something like that, you can account for that in your hourly rate per crew member or your material markup.
Yeah, the setting it's set to a certain rate or number in your setup, but like when you go measure your brother's shower and he made you mad, you can just double it on the fly.
Over here on the left-hand side is that My Account, and under the My Account is where you're going to find those white label capabilities and customizations, and where you'll be able to upload your logo. Once it loads, I apologize.
Brittany, so after you get through all that, do you also, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but so you order right through this platform as well?
We'll be able to very soon. I'm almost done with that feature. I'm very excited about it. It's the next big step for us and kind of one of the main reasons we built our own program. We're a glass fabricator. We're not a hardware manufacturer. It's very out of character for a glass fabrication facility to create their own software for showers. And we wanted to be able to automate as much as possible with our ERP system. And building our own program is what has allowed us to do that quickly and efficiently. So here we have our customer logo, can upload it, enable that white label customization, add your material markup and your hourly rate per crew member. This is a percentage and this is a flat rate. And then as you can see, I've got my add-ons. If I wanted to create an additional add-on, just hit add option. Type in the item type. So in this case, I'm going to put spray away.
Difficult customer.
Type can be each or can or whatever you need it to be. Value type, percentage or flat amount. And then you would put in your value, what you're charging for that item, and hit save. And now you'll be able to access that add-on on tab 7.
And once you've generated a quote, are you able to then take that quote and convert it into an invoice and send that directly to your customer? An invoice?
No, we don't have that compatibility because we aren't connected to your point of sale transaction system.
Okay.
You will be able to pull all those documents. So I brought us back to the job database, and under this actions button, you'll have actions, downloadable assets, and emailable assets. So you will be able to at least pull that quote and have a copy of it, so that you can invoice off of that.
Okay.
Do want to go over some of the items we have here at the top. If you do run into any issues or you need us to add a piece of hardware from one of the vendors that we offer, feel free to hit this report issues button. It's going to bring you into a form, a feedback form. You can offer new features. You can tell us about a bug in the program. You can ask us for new hardware to be added. Me and Jason answer every single one of these. So it's a direct link to us.
Okay.
We also have a training folder. So we've got some videos and documents, and you can request a one-on-one training session with me. Our job database is downloadable to Excel. And again, living, breathing program. We started in 2021 building it, and our release log actually lists every bug and every new feature that has been added over the last 4 years of development.
Wow.
It's a lot of work.
That is very impressive.
It really is.
It's my pride and joy.
I can see that. Yep, you can see a lot of love that went into that.
Absolutely. And I mean, our team has an absolute passion for creating these tools. TruShowers was the first of many configurators coming through True Access. So we're excited to expand.
Let's see.
So Brittany, earlier you were saying you were in Fremont, right?
Used to be in, actually, I was at Fresno. We used to have a Fresno facility. That's kind of where I started out. But yes, my last location before joining the IT department was the Fremont location before it was sold to GlassFab. Trulite gave me an opportunity to stay on despite the sale, and I was very, very fortunate. I've been here, next month it'll be 10 years. So I just absolutely love it. I love what I do.
So are you guys coming back to the area again?
Jason?
I don't know of any plans at the current moment to go up there again.
All right.
But you never know. You never know.
Okay. Okay. To checking.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to buy from Fremont.
Yeah. I think I've called on you guys before. I used to be a sales rep.
Yeah. Were you there when Mickey and they were still there, Don Post?
And I was in Fresno when they were, but I still am fortunate enough to have a lot of mentors that came out of the Western States days. Kurt Blindsman and I still chat every day, or primarily every day, and he taught me a lot.
Jonathan,
for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to steal Chris's question, but I'm so curious. What's next? That's Chris's question after every call. But what is next for TruShowers and Trulite, and what are you guys looking to do? Big goals and things.
Yes. So we obviously want to maintain the program itself and add in new features as the industry evolves. Again, just connecting to our ERP system for easy automation, both for our internal employees and you as the customer. It's been an absolute pleasure to work on a tool to try and make everyone's lives a little bit easier. And this tool is, again, blood, sweat, and tears, pride and joy. It's also free. It's a benefit of being a customer of Trulite. So as long as you have an account number that's active, you're able to self-enroll in True Access and utilize the program and its other subsets. So we do have an aluminum configuration system that we just launched called True Aluminum. And it kind of bridges the gap between our glass and aluminum worlds. So we're very proud of that as well.
Another item we're working on, we're almost complete, very close now. We've got about 3/4 of them completed, our videos that teach you how to measure a shower. we found with a lot of our customers and trying to partner with them better that they need help training new people to come on. And it's hard sometimes to say, hey, go shadow this guy for the whole day and learn how to measure the shower. So we created videos. We worked with customers to help make sure that they were valuable and had the right steps. And so now we've got them mostly completed. There's a couple left that we're working on, but we're going to post those on the TruShowers page as well. So you have a new person
in this training video link.
So if you have a new person and they need to learn how to measure or they need some refresher, they can watch our videos and learn how to do that and get that information.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
I also want to kind of drill home on some of the customization aspects. TruShowers allows you, again, to build those custom packages based on your needs. But in conjunction with that, we also have the ability to set up junction preferences. So if you prefer a butt glazed junction over miters, we can accommodate that. If you prefer an 1/8 inch gap on all of your hinges, regardless of what the standard deduction is or the manufacturer specified deduction, we can accommodate that on every single request by setting it up on your profile.
Oh, that's great.
Where's your closest location to northern New Jersey?
Probably Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh would be the closest one. Yeah.
That's great.
Brittany, when I look at this, when I look at your screen and I see a lot of information, and TruShowers is like one piece of the puzzle. When you have additional users, can you limit them to just TruShowers? You know what I mean? So you have like internal
Absolutely
people.
You can. So as the administrator of your account, you have a My Users button under your main navigation, and on it you're able to create as many users as you need for to have access, but you do set permissions. So when you add the user, you can limit them from seeing any credit card details. Here's the permissions tab. You actually open up all of these items for them specifically. So if you only want them to see the dashboard and be able to add to TruShowers, that's all you have to give them. If you have a accounts payable employee and all they need access to are the invoices and to pay with a credit card, you can select which permissions each individual person is has access to.
Yeah. Brittany, can we touch on one other thing for kind of the flip side of people that are also ordering shower doors, but they're also handling the invoices, accounting, all those things, which that's something that I do all the time. If you will you open invoices?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you open, do not payment scheduler yet, but click on open.
Of course.
And then for us, it's always an ordeal. You know, what's in queue, what's ordered, what's coming, when's it due? You know, all these questions that you have, and you can find everything that you're looking for in invoices right here. And you
invoices,
can
invoice and in orders.
Yeah.
Access is a wealth of information.
It is. And you can just click on it and pay the bill right then. When you decide, okay, it's time to pay the bill, you can go down through there. It's still loading.
I apologize. This is connected to a different system than our regular ERP because it's got these big numbers. So it does take a little bit of extra time to load.
That's okay. That's okay.
But you do have the ability to pay the selected invoices fully, schedule them later. We have an auto pay scheduler, so you can set up for all of your past due, all of your due invoices to be paid on the 1st of the month or the day after due.
And I think that's what I love about the scheduler the most is the 1st of the month I go in and I can go ahead and schedule be paid for the whole month and I'm done for paying bills for the whole month. Or sometimes I'll do the 1st and the 15th, you know, but most part it's easier for me just to do the whole month and be done with it. And then if something happens in between, I can always go in and stop the payment. Like if, you know, for some reason something happened crazy, you know, and I need to stop it, I can. So I don't want anybody to think that once you do that, you can't stop it because you can if needed. But that whenever that loads, that is amazing to me to be able just to see all that, because all the other companies I use, there's nothing like this. I get a paper statement or an email statement, and that's what I have to work off of, matching my invoices, and it's so aggravating to me. That, and then and the payment schedulers in there also. And then up at the top, you can go in and see your orders that have not shipped yet. All those are in another place, and your quotes, all those. So you can see
And
what's
if
been
dates were
ordered, but it's not
you'll be
shipped
able
yet.
to see it in red. You can pull copies of your proofs of delivery.
Yeah.
It's a true wealth of information. We've been very, very fortunate.
Yes. That's the thing about it. Everything's in one place for us. We're not using all these different systems to get all of our information. It's in one place, one spot. And it just makes life so much easier.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I will say the communication and the customer service that y'all provide for us, I mean, y'all are on top of it. We don't have to wait. Email, phone call, everybody's great about getting back to us. And the quality of your product has been consistent for us for, ever since we've been using you guys. So everything is working really. I mean, yeah, we are very, very happy with Trulite.
We take
Yeah.
pride in
Thank you.
in our quest to be the best fabricator in North America. And providing these tools is absolutely one of those
Yeah.
things
But this is so important too, just having a good product and good quality, and the delivery, not waiting 3 and 4 weeks for a shower door, a simple, just inline shower door, something that you think is pretty standard, But yeah, your turnaround time has been great for us too. So all of that together. 5 stars, 5-star review.
Which facility was that you primarily purchased from?
Atlanta.
Love the Atlanta team.
Yeah, Terrell is our rep for the the coast. And then we also get our mirrors though from y'all also.
Are you purchasing those directly from Atlanta, or do you get them from Grenada?
We get Darren is our rep for our mirrors. And Shane, Mr. Shane Freeman,
yes,
he takes care of all of our orders in-house. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's been great too.
There was another question on here. What's the cost to use the program? I saw Christina put a big free.
Yeah. If you are already a customer but do not have access to True Access, you can actually self-enroll. As long as you've got a copy of a Trulite invoice, there's going to be a welcome code and an invite code on that invoice. So on the login page, you'll actually be able to self-enroll.
Then there's another question, Brittany. Are we able to do stair rail or storefront in the program?
No.
That's okay. Those are like so hard. It
is a whole, all glass entrances are just a whole different ball game. And there's so many more complexities that go into them, even more engineering than in showers. So we always want to make sure that we're heeding on the side of safety and of caution. At this moment in time, the shower door program is limited to showers. We do know that some people like to utilize shower door hardware for wine rooms. So we do have some, not all, but some commercial hardware inside of the shower system. So you can get ladder pools. But be aware that those do have a weight associated with them. And we've made sure that that weight of the handle is added to the weight of the glass to make sure that it doesn't overwhelm those hinges.
Right.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, and Brittany, if we wanted to set up a demo to see some additional details or set up an account with Trulite, how do we contact you or reach out to our local rep?
Feel free to contact me via my email address. It's bperkins@trulite.com. Also in the portal itself, under that training folder, there is a training session request button. That goes directly to my email. So
Now the invoices pop up. There we go. That took a minute, didn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then
Brittany, there's another question. Do you have any patch fittings loaded into the program?
no, we do not.
Okay. Okay.
No.
What? That's not enough? We want patch fit.
Who asked that question?
Brian.
No, I
Now,
mean,
all glass entrances are a product that we do want to have a configurator for in the future, and it's something we're going to be working on. But right now, we just have the shower program and also our aluminum storefront configurator. We have that one as well.
oh wow. All right, cool. Good to know.
Currently,
Brittany,
right now, the
real
aluminum.
quick.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Real quick. So Trulite left San Antonio a few years ago. San Antonio, Texas. Is there Houston and Dallas, or is it just?
Still Houston and Dallas, and
Okay.
Dulce is going to be the rep in that area.
Who's that again?
Dulce Sandoval.
Okay, got it. That was the one in San. She was the one in San Antonio, right?
Yes, and she has wonderful experience in showers. I trained her when we were utilizing the e-showers program locally, and she was a great student, and she's been a great peer.
Awesome, thank you.
Of course, my pleasure.
Well, I want to just kind of reiterate what Christine was saying. I mean, that is really impressive. I've worked in, all of the design programs. I mean, not all of them, but the major ones. And this is, I don't know. I mean, just from a cursory overview, it looks like it's pretty. Yeah, it's in the ballpark and maybe even superior. I don't know. I'd like to get in there and tinker with it. So maybe we'll have to chat, see if we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming and showing us that. I think that was like
Pleasure. This has just been a wonderful experience, a wonderful opportunity. Thank you guys so much for letting me share this program that I helped build.
wow. Well, you should be very proud of it. I mean, that's very, very impressive. It does some stuff that I haven't seen other programs do.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I have a wonderful team of developers and coworkers that have assisted with this. So it's definitely a team project, but it's been.
I'd like you even better now. Yeah.
I during the process of this, I had a baby and I went on maternity leave, and Jason took over the reins for a while, and it truly was a team effort.
Yeah.
We got a lot of great team members that help build this and support it and work with all of our friends and coworkers. So
amazing. Well, Rob's been posting the links in the chat. If you haven't seen that, look in the chat. There's all the links to get to the TruShowers website login area, and Brittany's email is in there. I'm going to post all this in the description of the video. Yeah, be sure to check it out. This will be on YouTube in the next couple of days. Also, it's available on our podcast, which is on Spotify, iTunes, every place where podcasts, get posted.
Be found.
And then we'll put all that stuff in the description there. Brittany, Jason, thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it. We'll have to circle back and talk about this some more in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Nice
you,
presentation.
Brittany, Jason. Thank you both for your time.
Good night, everybody, and we'll see you
Thank you,
here
guys.
next Wednesday.
See ya.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.